What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Kraken Engine Performance. I know it's been a while, but we got a good one today. All right, we are actually putting together a pretty good video of how to, and honestly a redo of my last video of how to change the oil. It was kind of all over the place, didn't put the right filter, so now I want to just go and do a full deep dive as far as exactly what you're going to need to do the oil change, torque specs, all the specifications, some do's, some don'ts, some common mistakes, and essentially it's just going to be a fun little tutorial. So let's get to it.
So you can.
What you need here is a jack stands, your oil of choice. I'm using Mobil 1 10W30, a mat for my knees because I'm old, an oil filter, rags, and some gloves. Oh, and don't forget about your drain pans. Put the car in drive, e-brake cable on, jack up the front of the vehicle, put jack stands on both sides, and get ready for your oil swap. So now the reason I like to have two different ones is because I like to put the filter and sometimes the drain plug in one so it doesn't get lost in that big one, and then I just let it do its thing. Cool thing about this car is that I bought it with this already installed. It's essentially a fastener that you put on, and then you just have to essentially drop that tab down and then over, and then it'll start dripping. You have to press down, then over. I want to say it should come out from one of the sides. See, from the top there. It's pretty black. Pretty black.
You black, midnight, evil motherfucker, black magic, darkness.
Wasn't that much oil in there, buddy. Another reminder, make sure to have your oil cap off. Let the air come in, let everything drain out. Naturally, let gravity do its thing. Just wanted to essentially show you where I could. The oil filter is. But it's essentially that blue thing right there. Okay, the one I have right there is an STP. Let's see if we can get a hand in there. Don't think so, but I'm gonna leave the light there so we can see it from the bottom. Well, this is where we are now as far as in the draining process. It's a slow trickle. Now let me see if I can show you guys where the filter is. Boom. Okay. Make sure it's facing up so you don't spill any oil on yourself, but then you can pour it all in there. Make sure it drains out. As so. And then when you're ready, just transfer it over to the other pan. That's just my method, but. So now we want to go ahead and inspect the seal, make sure there's no gasket stuck on it. Obviously clean around, make sure there's no oil. So just from initial inspection, it's looking pretty good. Just gonna go ahead and wipe it off and apply the new filter. For is the seals and to make sure that they match up. So as you can see, this has a little bit of oil left, but I want to compare the two. The two look to be the same from the original Honda one. Obviously, this one has the same housing as it, and then has a different ring. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger, so I'm not going to use this one. Just have this one to show you that even though it has the same number, 3531 on this one, 3531 on this one. So these essentially should be the same, but the seals don't match up. Then I essentially want to test fit it first, but it's a good idea to put oil around here. You essentially use it most of the time. put what you're going to use. So go ahead and put the oil, this all around there. Then I'm also going to fill this about halfway. Just want to do a quick little verification for seals. Seals seem to match up. Also, just so you guys know, there's what it tells you as far as using a tool. You want to torque it to 20 Newton meters, or more common, you know, here at least 15 to 18 foot-pounds. But I don't have the right tool that actually fits on top, I'm not going to go buy one. So essentially going to eyeball it and just do it as tight as I can. Just because. So I'm pre-filling it a little bit. Same oil. I'm gonna go ahead and lubricate the O-ring. Make sure when we tighten it, it seals very nicely.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
So now essentially, once you get to this point, hopefully it doesn't take you that long, it's a good idea to just get some rags, put it around there in case you spill something, or you can get a funnel. Fuck that, don't need a funnel.
You sure about
But
that?
I'll show you guys exactly, yeah. So the CRX says it holds about 3.5. So we're gonna put 3 first. Just cap it. And right here on the side, you can kind of tell more or less how much you put in there. So I only put 2 liters in there. And then recently, what I've been putting on all my vehicles, so I've been putting the Marble Mystery Oil. Oops. Essentially keeps the engine clean, and that's probably why it looked as black as it did. We'll just put a little bit in there. And we'll put the rest. 1 liter. Good.
Nice.
We will essentially turn her on, and then we will check the dipstick and see where it's at. Just from first glance, we're about halfway there. So I would say let's put a little bit more and then start her up. Check here. Yeah, I didn't really put much. I still only put 3.25 liters. Verify here. We're at 2 liters. So we have at least, for sure, 4 liters in there.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
4 quarts, whatever it is. 4 quarts. Keep saying liters, but I know it's quarts.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Make sure nothing's leaking in the bottom once you start it up, and you're done.
Tomorrow.
Since it got late for me the night before, I returned the next morning to start the car up for a few minutes before checking the oil again. To my surprise, the dipstick level was higher than anticipated.
Pretty high.
No shit.
Hard to tell. Or about here. Mine's there.
After noticing the oil was too high, I quickly realized I overfilled the car with about half a liter of oil and needed to remove it. This could have been because 1, I didn't refer back to the service manual when doing the refill, and 2, I had the car jacked up when I first checked the oil level, causing a false reading. Lesson learned, because now I have to remove about half a liter of oil to prevent the bottom of the crank from foaming up the engine oil. The devil lies in the details.
Halfway done. That's full drain. It should be enough, bro. Okay, I could always put more if I need to.
Nice.
Alright, so essentially that concludes our how to change the oil on a 1984 to 87 Civic CRX. So we took you step by step as far as how to jack up the vehicle properly, how to replace the filter, torque specs, and things not to do as far as when changing the oil and things to look out for. So like I said, we went ahead and changed it with Mobil 1, full synthetic, apparently better for all these vehicles. Appreciate you guys following along this tutorial. I hope you guys like the CRX content. Like I said, this is the first of many other projects that I have documented and want to do for this project, for this car specifically. So hope you guys stay tuned. A lot of big things happening on the channel. Like I said, just want to be consistent, put something out there, and hope you guys like the content format that I put stuff together. So with that being said, thank you guys for staying tuned and watching this video, and see you in the next one. Like always, stay boosted.